So we have the Grizzlies against the Denver Nuggets in Denver. I love the Denver intro, by the way. Ja hits the corner three ball, and it was some great signs early on for Memphis, as they were better throughout the first half against these Nuggets. Attacked them relentlessly. Ja was going off and one here over Michael Porter Jr. Jokić was in foul trouble, and it looked like they were better throughout the first three quarters. Ja here gets downhill again, passes it to a wide open Dylan Brooks, who hits the three-pointer. And the Nuggets then finally started going off, as Jamal Murray finds Bruce Brown on the cut. He hits the reverse slap, and we were heading tight into the fourth quarter. And in that fourth quarter, the Nuggets just dominated. They figured they figured out the Grizzlies. And Jeff Green blocked here, and they just clogged the lane, let them shoot all the threes they wanted, contested really well. KCP hits one here to give them a 10-point lead. And yeah, they just figured it out, man. It was just, I don't know, they were a better team. Here, Dylan Brooks and Nikola Jokic get talking. Dylan Brooks and Jokic both get technicals, which means Brooks is suspended for the Grizzlies' next game. Jokic runs the fast break. Trigger from MPJ. He hits the three-pointer and one. And, I mean, the Nuggets just exploded on the Grizzlies in that fourth quarter. They didn't let them get anything they wanted. This was the whole fourth quarter for the Grizzlies, which otherwise was no turnovers, essentially, for both teams. And as you could see, the Nuggets got a little too ahead of themselves. But there were essentially no turnovers, but in that fourth quarter, the Nuggets just played sensational defense. Ja couldn't hit anything in the lane. Everything that was going for him in the first three quarters wasn't going for him after that. And they couldn't hit wide open three-pointers. And, I mean, they didn't abuse Jokic, anyone. The defense of the Nuggets absolutely locked in and were spectacular. And they used their size really well, as they abused Memphis on the interior, with no Steven Adams still, and Brandon Clark unfortunately getting hurt on a non-contact injury, which we hope is nothing serious, but those non-contact injuries are always so scary. And I have not seen anything on Twitter yet about what the extent of his injury is, so we'll have to wait for that. So the Nuggets abused them in the paint, outscored them by 18 in points in the paint, didn't shoot that many three-pointers at all, and just played better. Everyone was really good tonight for the Nuggets, and defensively they get A++. Michael Porter Jr. with game high 26 points for the Grizzlies. Jokic with 18, and 10. The stat better strikes again. Holy shit, if I could speak only. Jamal Murray with 22 points, 9 assists. Bruce Brown off the bench with 15 and 6. Shout out to Bruce Brown. I so wish the Warriors could have gotten him, but man, we got something for him in the playoffs. I'm just messing. Reggie Jackson was 0 of 7, and Jeff Green was 1 of 6, but his defensive play tonight was incredible. He had 3 blocks, and one chase down that I didn't show here, but I showed you one of his blocks, and he was a really good player tonight. Memphis, on the other hand, Dylan Brooks was horrific. After that stupid-ass ESPN article that was with him, he backed it up with another horrific performance, just like he always does. Ja was really good throughout the first 3 quarters. In that fourth quarter, he was really bad. Desmond Bane wasn't good tonight. Xavier Tillman was solidish. Jaren Jackson was okay-ish, still played only 31 minutes with 4 fouls. I mean, weird strategies to be sure. And the Grizzlies overall just, I don't know, that fourth quarter offense was just really ugly, to say the least. And the bench didn't help them at all. Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama, John Conchar, Tyus Jones, and Brandon Clark, who of course only played 2 minutes. Well, he would have been useful tonight, of course, but, well, what can you do with injuries, right? They unfortunately do happen. And everyone else really sucked off the bench, which doesn't help. The starters were tired, and the Nuggets the Nuggets get a really good win against the Grizzlies, win the season series, and yeah, that first seed is essentially locked.